Hey again, Divine Ones, Minister Ashley here, your favorite Bible decoder, teacher, and researcher. I'm also a twin flame coach and a Christian witch. That's right, you heard it right, Christian witch. All right, so this video is all about the Sagittarius new moon that happens on December 1st at 1:21 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. And of course, we're going to be getting into the numerology, the biblical text, and as well some downloaded prophetic messages. So stay tuned. There have already been tampering with genetics. There have already been tampering with DNA codes, changing people's DNA through their diet. So with that soil, it's like the soil will be richer and better and more conducive for growing real, authentic, holistic food that will be nourishing to the DNA, that will repair the damaged DNA. A while ago, like a couple weeks ago, I did a video about the telomeres. I did 2 videos on Instagram. I think I posted on TikTok also. I combined them and put them on YouTube in one video. It's pretty much about like the telomeres and how they have shortened in the curse of humans, you know, for to shorten their lifespan. But through this enrichment of the soil, what will happen is that lifespans will return back to hundreds of years. And so, of course, this is probably not going to happen like Sagittarius new moon like this one. But however, this is the channeling that is coming through. So it could be some breakthrough or some advancement that happens on a level. And really, I don't think this is nothing. I see a farm. I see like a farm. I don't know what country it's in, but however, I see like these big round things that I don't know what they're doing in there, but and then I see rich brown, really rich brown, almost blackish soil, and it's so rich that it just like crumbles and it feels so smooth. That's what I see. So it could be some place out in the jungle, or it could be on a government property. I don't know where it is, but whoever is doing this, whatever company, whatever group of people that are doing this, they're really doing it out of the compassion and love for humanity. And they really have the love for the new earth that is coming through. So with this genetic code, let me go back to this point too, that the divine spirit is giving to me about this point, this point. All right, so with that soil, that represents like the new earth. But with this new earth, we also know that we move through space and time. And with this new earth, it's like the shifting in the atmosphere. I can feel it. Okay. And it will be the shifting in the frequency that will also change people's DNA. All right. I think I should. Yeah. The shifting in the atmosphere, the shifting in the DNA. So the air could become thinner, but the soil will become richer. On the timer, I see 303. If that means something to anyone. Okay, let me see here. All right, now going back to Genesis. All right, so the book of genes. Here we have Jacob, okay, wrestling with his higher self. I'm gonna explain. All right, let's get into it. Okay, so we all wrestle with flesh and blood. Flesh and blood, us, our physical body, the demands that our physical body has, the demands of the world, the demands of these world systems, against our higher self, our true self, okay? And that's what this story, in this regards, I can break it down so many different ways, but in this situation, it's like Gemini, remember Gemini, Mercury, the God mind, the higher self, and Sagittarius, it is like wisdom, but however in this situation it represents like the lower aspect, you know. I believe the glyph is like a centaur, like, well, the animal related to Sagittarius, like a centaur or like a half beast, half man. So it's like you're wrestling with what feels comfortable, you're wrestling with what feels mainstream compared to what your higher self is telling you. And someone is having a tug of war. In this story, Jacob, you know, fatigued, he lays his head on a rock. So some people are hard-headed, straight up, being hard-headed. They know that they have an inner calling, They know that they have been called for something, but they're hard-headed. Jacob laid his head on a rock. When he woke up, he seen an angel, an angle, a perspective. It's like, aha, you have an instant download. When you're asleep during this time, that's why I say doing some dream journaling, dream magic during this time, because you're going to have a bright idea. God is going to speak to you. An epiphany. That angle, that perspective, it shines down on you. But before, when he sees him, okay, he starts to wrestle with this angel. It's like, angel, bless me. Give me a blessing. Higher self, give me direction. Shine your light down on me. Give me perspective. Give me insight. Lead and guide me. I'm tired of being hard-headed and having to repeat the same cycle over again. So this is the opportunity to break a cycle, to break a chain. So the sun and the moon, the divine feminine and the divine masculine, will both be in the fiery energy, in the fiery house, the house of wisdom and divine downloads, the sign of Sagittarius, at 9 degrees. 9 is a divine feminine number. It is a fiery triple number. It's 3 threes. 3 is the Trinity. Times 3 is some activation, some portal that happens on 3 different levels: the mental, the physical, and the emotional states. This lunar activity happens in the first decan of Sagittarius, ruled by both Mercury, the planet of communication, and I also like to call it the God mind. It's also ruled by the ruler of Sagittarius, Jupiter. What I'm getting here with these 2 archetypes is that we must submit our request unto the ultimate, unto the God of all gods, which that God has no name, the nameless, okay? We must submit our requests. And when we submit our requests, we need to make sure that we're intentional. And I hear promissory. With that promissory, the divine spirit is saying that if you, it's an even exchange pretty much. If you submit your request, you must be prepared to sacrifice something in its place. So let me explain that. In the Bible, in pretty much everything, the law of polarity, you give and then you take and you give. So what that sacrifice is saying, and what the divine spirit is saying overall, that you need to be prepared to give up something that no longer serves you as a sacrifice in order for, I hear, to permit this thing to happen. For example, you want this new job. This job is actually in alignment with your promissory note, aka like your soul's contract. You in place have to be willing to sacrifice something. Okay, you could sacrifice being willing to put in the hard work to qualify for that job. Be willing to put in the hard work that is required for you to obtain and to maintain that job. This could be applicable to any situation in your life. So 9 is the number, it's a fiery number. It's a number of holy fire, wholeness, completion, and the 9 fruits of the spirit. This is also a genetic code that is shifting in the ethers that will shift reality. The opposite house of Sagittarius is Gemini, the God mind. The Gemini represents the masculine and the feminine, the 2 sides of the brain, the 2 sides of existence, the spiritual and the physical, that merge together to work in perfect harmony. Next year is the number of 9, 2025. This energy is a prelude to 2025. So I would suggest that you keep a dream journal at this time. I would suggest that you do some dream magic. And I will have a video on my second YouTube channel that will go into the details of a ritual for this Sagittarius new moon, okay? So you can find all those links in my bio. Depending on where you are watching this video, you can also scurry on over to my other YouTube channel if you're watching this on YouTube and subscribe. Genetic code shifting. That's one note that I have here. And the scripture that I have here is from Genesis 32:22 through 32. All right, do you see the mirroring? We have, I'm gonna go over those numbers again. 32, 22, 32. 322 to 32. These numbers may mean something to someone, but I will get into the extended reading with these numbers later. So this lunar activity happens at 1:21 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. And I will also get into this message regarding these numbers on the extended, which you can join on these platforms for as little as $2.99 a month. And I upload videos every week, the weekly word every week, including like these messages here, okay? Exclusive content. To get into the tarot, I have here, now first let me mention this, with the 9 and the 333. 333, first of all, is the number of unconditional love. And love is a frequency. Love is on the chart as one of the highest frequencies. So you must ascend to be able to reach love. Love should not hold you down or hold you back. It's a level of consciousness that most people do not, I hear, regard and even obtain. Okay, with that being said, here is the triple trinity, past, present, and future on multiple levels. Take it how you will. So this deacon is ruled by the 8 of Wands. Fast movement, fast downloads. This is also Beliomancy. And you can find out more about biblical divination and magic in my latest book, The Bible's Hidden Divination and Magic. Okay, rapid decision making, multiple options or opportunities, a prompt to move quickly. And with the Sabian symbol at 9 degrees of Sagittarius, it's a mother and a child on stairs. The mother represents the spirit, the incubation, the womb. And the child represents, here I have ignorance, because we are here to teach the children. Children come in from the heavenly realms, and they have a lot of spiritual knowledge, but to be able to operate in this world, they're completely ignorant to that. So we are here, being that we were here before them, in our ignorance, teaching them how to operate in this world, but yet they're teaching us, reminding us about the previous world that they just came from. This also could be us parenting ourselves. I have here parenting self. So what does that mean? We all have an inner child that has experienced some level of wounding here in this physical reality. Represents innocence. Being innocent to the regards that you aren't allowed to really be yourself. So parenting yourself would be allowing yourself to be loved, accepted, and nurtured. That would be your inner child. Accepting who you really are. No more facade, no more faking. It's time just to step up to the plate and be the real adult. The real adult is the one that is accepting of the inner child, that is accepting of the soul's contract. Now let's get into Genesis 32:22, 32. All right. So Genesis is the book of genes. Our genetic, remember how I was saying before, the genetic codes shifting. With the book of genes, this speaks to the building blocks of reality, the building blocks of humanity, of the animal kingdom, of the universe, etc. It all comes from the same substance. So with the genetic codes that are shifting, as we are continuously advancing, hopefully, but as we continue to move from one age to the next age, as we have entered into the age of Aquarius, that we must allow our genetics to shift and change. Yes, this could welcome in, and this could be related to the changing of our genetics, merging with AI. Not getting into that, but I just wanted to mention it. There could be some new advancements with that whole process. Also, I seen earth like rich soil, but I heard grounding. So advancements with environmental studies. It could be some breakthrough with that. And this could just be like, it may not be on the news, but it could be like someone downloading like the missing formula or recipe or equation to help. I hear fusion, something about fusion, helping to merge science, a new level of science, with earthing, grounding, with soil, maybe to regenerate the soil. But these are all technological advancements that will help humanity, like real humans, humanity.